Yo, welcome to the first non-study related video on my channel. This is going to be a what's on my back / my everyday carries as a CS and econ student starting his first semester in like 3 weeks. Yeah, just gonna show you what I carry with me, the tech I use, the tech I try to use intentionally, and my stationaries. First up, we have my backpack. I don't even know the brand. It says by Buena Vista. I got it in Chile when I went to visit my girlfriend on her semester abroad. It has a little hedgehog and it's an ordinary, like, foldable top back. The cool thing is I have a carabiner attached, so whenever I go climbing, I can just put my shoes and my short back on, and it's water repellent. Also has like 2 storage units for books and um, my laptop / iPad. So pretty cool. Alright, so next up is this bag. It's sort of a sling bag, and it's extra special because my girlfriend gave it to me for my birthday in August, and it's handcrafted by her, so she sewed it herself, which it is really lovely. It has a little heart embroidered, which is super cute. I don't know if you can see. I'll have pictures showing it. And yeah, whenever I'm not carrying as much, like don't have to bring my laptop, I'll just have this one with me. Can fit 2 books easily, some pens, a camera. Very handy. I really like it. So for planners, I do carry 2 different ones. I do have a daily planner as well as a commonplace book. My daily planner is from Muji for 2024. I think it started with the academic year in like September. And yeah, you have this section where you can mark down birthdays, like just events, and then you have the weekly planner, where on the left side you can schedule out your week, and the right side is sort of this checkered paper where you can just use it as commonplace book, put drawings on, or write your thoughts. It's really convenient. And then my commonplace book, which has a ton of stickers on it, which is really cool. Got them from an artsy store in Valparaiso. And there's a little like cost sticker on there as well. But it's from Moleskine. It's just a notebook. Feels quite nice. The outside is leather, I think. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it does me well. It's a notebook. What can I say? For pens, I have 2. I do use a Rotring 600. It is such a sturdy pen. I got it a while ago. I probably have it for like half a year or close to a year now, and it lasts me. Like, this thing doesn't run out of ink. I ordered a pack of 4 extra containers and haven't had to use a single one of them, even though I wrote all of my exams with it and did all my notes with it until like term break. And yeah, you can toss it around. It doesn't break. It's super sturdy. Really the best go-to pen if you want to spend some money. Also, I do use this Muji pen. It is really nice, and the 38mm variant, yeah, can't go wrong with it. I don't know what to say about it, but it's a pen. It works. It feels nice when writing, and it's a great bang for your buck, so I'd recommend it. Moving on to the piece of tech I use the most for college, it's a 2019 MacBook Air, space gray. Doesn't really matter, but I got it back in high school. Worked a part-time job as a cashier, actually, to buy it. It does me well. It does everything it has to. Like, there are a ton of reviews out there on this laptop, but I really liked the Apple ecosystem back then, so decided to get a MacBook. And it just works. It runs everything, works well for coding, for taking notes. Yeah. So the next thing is my iPad. It's also an Air model in the blue colorway, with an Apple Pencil. As I said, I liked the Apple ecosystem back then. I just use it to mark sheets, like work on the PowerPoints, take notes during the lecture. It's great for that, and I'd say it's much better than using just a laptop. So when you have to work with a PowerPoint or like a script and want to just put your thoughts on there and like some extra notes, I'd say a tablet to write on is the best. But programming wise, you won't get far with it, so definitely need a laptop for CS. Next up is probably the coolest piece of tech in my everyday carry, which is an iPod Classic that I run with Cost Porter Pros. That's the headphones. I wanted an iPod Classic for a long time since I never got to experience it back then, and it's just so nice for intentional, like, music listening, because you need to choose what you want to listen to beforehand. Like, you need to put your music on to listen to it like the next day, and you'll listen more to albums and actually appreciate the work of an artist more when not shuffling through Spotify playlists that were pre-generated. And you purposely search for music you want to listen to, like you're trying to find new stuff to put on your iPod, and I think that's pretty cool. The Cost Porter Pros are a fairly cheap headphones. They feel quite flimsy, but they are very like convenient. You can fold them up, clip them together. They can probably fit a baggy jeans pocket, not gonna lie. And even though they feel flimsy, they are quite sturdy. And you don't have the hassle that you'll need to charge them, plug them in every night. You can just whip them out and listen to music. The sound quality is really good for the price. And especially when you put Yaxi pads on, they don't have as much sound bleed anymore. Like, people won't be able to hear your music as much anymore. They are open back, so that's why. But yeah, and the Yaxi pads are an easy mod you can do. You can choose from a ton of colors, and they'll also increase the way the music sounds, give it more bass and stuff like that. It's great, so definitely recommend of mine. Okay, another piece of tech is my flip phone. I do use a Cat S22 Flip, which is sort of a dumb phone, but not really. It runs Android 11, but sort of a pocket version of it. However, you can still put all the apps from the App Store, Play Store, I mean, on there. It's just that it has a more inconvenient form factor. So the display is fairly small if you look at it. It does have touch and an on-screen keyboard. However, it's quite laggy. The battery life isn't the best, and typing on the T9 is a pain in the ass, to say the least. Still, it does what it's supposed to do. It makes you be more intentional with the time you spend on your phone, since it's just not as fun. Yeah, it makes you utilize your time more, not get into this social media doom scroll that I used to get into a lot. I do, or if I have the chance to and am on a normal smartphone, I will probably spiral down on Instagram Reels or TikToks. So this stops me from that, and it's been great so far. I have Spotify on there. It runs WhatsApp fairly well. You can take calls, send messages, and even Google Maps works, which is very important. So yeah, Cat S22 Flip as sort of my dumb phone. The next item I carry around with me most of the time is a digicam. It doesn't have to be a specific digicam. This one is a Kodak EasyShare, I believe. I just found it around the house looked in the tech drawer and found that one. I also have this Medion camera from my childhood. They do the same thing. I have to carry a digicam around because the camera of my flip phone is just... Oh. The battery clothing mechanism is sort of broken, so I have to tape it down because it dropped. But the camera of my flip phone is very poor, like the quality of it. So I always have a digicam around with me, and the cool thing about this one is that the native resolution is in the 4:3 format, which is my favorite. I much prefer it over 16:9. This is why this video is shot in 4:3. It's just less overstimulating. Like, it has a cozy vibe to it. I can't really explain it, but I like it much better. So this has the native format of 4:3, which I like. So the last thing, and probably since last month, the most important thing to me is to carry a book around. Right now, the book I read is the biography of Steve Jobs, but whenever I finish one, you can just replace it with another. I got back into reading a month ago since I got way more free time now that the semester's over and the exam period is finished. I just got back into it and I've been enjoying reading a ton lately. I read pretty much every day, and it went from something I wanted to do to something I truly enjoy doing, if that makes sense. I had to push myself in the beginning because beforehand, like before this month, I haven't read a lot. It was very, like, I picked a book up once or twice, like a month, but I never really was deep into reading. But yeah, I started this month and I've been enjoying it a lot. So I always have a book with me and do quite a fair amount of reading. And there's one last thing I want to show. I don't have it with me all the time because when I use it, it's mainly at home. When I have a spare minute, like some quiet me time. But it's a feelings diary. I do carry a ton of like planners, commonplace book, but also have a feelings diary. It's definitely something I'd recommend everyone because it just gives you a deeper insight in what you feel, who you are, how things are going, and taking care of your mental health, which is really important to me. And since I use a feelings diary, I feel like it helped a lot to get thoughts out that might put you under pressure, that drain you, that put you down. But even just writing in whenever you feel happy or a lot of joy, so you can look back at it and remember those moments and how you felt and analyze them. And yeah, it's a great way of putting your feelings into words and getting them out. Definitely one of the biggest recommendations I'd give you. Okay, actually, one last thing I want to show you. I totally forgot about it since I just started bringing it with me. It's a PSP. It's a modded PSP 3000, and you can believe me, these are hella easy to mod. I used to play a lot of PSP when I was little, like as a kid. Enjoyed it a ton, and I just found it in my drawer back home and picked it up, modded it, fixed it, like put new battery in, and it runs like a charm. When modding them, you can emulate a ton of other consoles, like PS1, PS2, Game Boy Advanced, and you can play pretty much every game for free on there. You can just find them on the internet. It's fairly easy, and it's a pretty fucking cool console. If you want to play some video games, definitely pick one up, or at best find it back home and fix it. That's the coolest thing. So yeah, that was it for this video. What's on my back? this was new to me, recording a video. It took many tries, not gonna lie, but I feel like it's a lot of fun. I did really enjoy recording it. So yeah, if you watched this far, thank you so much for watching my content. I do very frequent study with me live streams on YouTube. This channel is mostly a study with me channel, but I want to do or have a more creative output, so in the future you can expect more videos to be uploaded. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I'll probably upload a channel trailer soon, but that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, hope to see you around in another video or maybe one of the live streams. Bye!